Grana Wheaton Ninny Bong, I'm Engineer Hoist, and welcome to our weekly Transformers Earth Wars news stream, plus toy haul, plus talk about whatever we end up talking about show. So welcome to everybody who's joining in live, and welcome to you who's watching the replay. I know you're out there, and I do appreciate everybody. So we've got Bob is Cool, Gen 1 Red Alert, and Kato's Collection, a couple of our channel members. Thank you for your support. Thank you for being here. PB Chew 18, Mercenary Terror, Super VH, Damon Sweeky, Cuddy Fox. Let's see, Fitz 19, Ref Core, Wolfman, Altabot Phil, William Edward Hackman, and more people that I'll probably miss. Ironhide, Denali Kid also jumping in here. What's going on? Welcome to everybody. Let's start to the show. Of course, if you caught my intro, there's new toys showed up since the last time we talked. Even though we just came back from TFCon, there's more. I'm counting these as part of my TFCon haul because I was looking for them at TFCon, and I started the process of getting them there, but it didn't happen. They were ordered and came in late, so they're part of my TFCon haul. They're just late arrivals. Anyway, that's coming up later. I also have 5-star crystal to crack, and I haven't chosen which one yet. I could either get a guaranteed 5-star Skids, because he's the last one in that batch, or maybe I go for the new batch and try for Sentius Magnus or Roadbuster or something like that. Anyway, let's go talk about the news. This weekend's event is called Wheels Within Wheels, whatever that means. You can fight in this event to unlock a 3, 4, or 5-star Bluestreak or Wildrider, as you could probably tell from the thumbnail, and I know most of you, if not all of you, are already reading the newsletters anyway. But you can get, it's just like any endurance event, you can get a 3-star, 4-star, 5-star shards, premium shards, spark, combiner spark, power cord chips, other crystals, and character shards for the new bot. Like I said, it's an endurance event. It starts at the usual Friday start time, ends at the usual Monday stop time. One big prize list and Super XP during the event. Gotta be headquarters level 4 and be in an alliance. You hit that yellow event button, pick your zone, win the battle, collect the points, collect the prizes. The event battles zones are the standard battle zones, and here is a list of the totalizer prizes. It's pretty much the same as all the other endurance events we've been doing. 250,000 points by the Alliance gets you the new 3-star bot, and the 4-star bot is 1.5 million, and the 5-star bot is 3.5 million by your Alliance. So there you go. And if you're not familiar with the total spark crystals, honestly, if you're in an alliance that's actually going to go far enough in the event that you get them, you probably already know what's in them. But here it is anyway, because I have the slide prepared. And here's the total shard crystals. Again, these are very old. They haven't published what they are in a very long time, so I'm assuming that it's the same as they have been. I mean, they're called the same thing. So anyway. Up first for the Autobots is Bluestreak. He's not the blue one. The blue one is Silverstreak. This guy is black, but in kind of gray, kind of silver, but he's Bluestreak. The guy who's all silver, I think, is just Streak. I don't know who named these guys, but it's all confusing. But anyway, this is the guy that we've seen in G1 as Bluestreak, even though he's like not blue. But anyway, he talks a good fight, even if sometimes he'll do anything to avoid an actual fight. It's not that Bluestreak is lacking in terms of weaponry. His ion charge dispenser rifle can generate a bolt of blue lightning clocking in at 80,000 volts, or speed or strength, but having been the only survivor of an attack that wiped out his entire home city, he still flinches at the very thought of going into battle. Nevertheless, time and again, he musters his resolve and pitches in, but his pump really isn't in it. But settling scores with the Decepticons, that does get his motor running. So there you go, that is Bluestreak. And I do have some figures we'll look at, but let's go talk about Wildrider first. Wildrider is a one-bot menace to traffic. His wayward full throttle and random approach to each and every road trip as much a danger to his fellow Decepticons as the Autobots he relentlessly hunts. In fact, all traffic is wise to give him a very wide berth, and his sheer wanton disregard for road conventions has, in the past, made him an outcast even from his fellow Stunticons. The Wildrider just doesn't care about them or anything much. He sees enemies everywhere, and he fully intends to get them before they get him. So, let's take a look at what we got here. I never managed to get my hands on either Siege or Earthrise Bluestreak because for whatever reason they made him like exclusive both times or whatever, and I never found him. I didn't search hard for him, but I never found him. So I brought my masterpiece down. And he does have an add-on kit to give him his overcompensating shoulder missiles. But yeah, so there's a Bluestreak there, and here is Wildrider. Yes, this is the Legacy Wildrider. I had to disassemble him from my Menasor, but you've seen how Menasor works. He's standing just fine. He's just missing his calf muscle, basically. But yeah, so they did a good job getting them in the game, and yeah, you guys do that. But so yeah, there you go. There's a Bluestreak and Wildrider. And their ability is called Crippling Shot. It's a shot that deals a large amount of damage to the main target, the one that you actually tap on the screen, and it also deals a quarter of the damage to nearby targets, reducing their maximum health and speed by a percentage for the rest of the battle. The percentage is pretty much set, but it varies based on the star level of the bot. And then each consecutive use up to 2 uses increases the damage by 50%. Now, I haven't managed to actually test these guys out yet, but there you go. That's their ability. So it sounds kind of like Smokescreen, and I can't remember who his counterpart is. Breakneck, right? Yeah, which is kind of weird that we've got Breakneck, who was a fake name for Wildrider because they couldn't use Wildrider, and now we've also got Wildrider. Both of them have like the long shot. One is just a sniper, and then the other is focused on bots, really. And then this one is focused on defenses. Yeah, so yeah, it's kind of weird. I don't know if that was intentional that they did Wildrider and then before that fake Wildrider. Anyway, so there you go. There's their that's their ability. The other thing I didn't prepare a slide for, they are still running the Winter Skin Challenge for Sentius Magnus and Sentius Malus. If you've got any kind of art inclinations and you want to design a skin that can earn you some 5-star shards, or I think you could have a choice of 5-star bot or combat shards. Yeah, come up with an idea, go over to the official Transformers Earth Wars Discord and post it in the channel that they've set up specifically for that. If you get chosen, you win, and then everybody gets to enjoy your art on their Sentius twins. Alright, so yeah, so Razor Quake, who normally does this, couldn't be here, so Super VH is filling in, giving us the community corner call to action. And you know what? I completely forgot to get set up. I knew I was forgetting something. Give me a second while I open up the Discord to bring this over. I've been busy with some other stuff, and I somehow completely forgot to do this. So yeah, talk amongst yourselves. Yeah. So. How about that Ruination and God Neptune combiner? I finally got mine up to about level 15, still a 3-star, but oh my goodness, it's so good. That definitely an amazing bot. I can't wait to get Roadbuster. Okay, so now apparently we're installing updates. Here's another topic for you. Which 5-star bot should I open later? Should I go for the guaranteed skids? Or should I try the new batch where I have a chance at Sentius, Magnus, or Roadbuster, or a couple of other ones? And Ironhide, yes, you can talk to yourself if you prefer. I talk to myself all the time. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, it's still going. Okay, so we got 1 vote for skids. There's always something. Here, let's just throw Kremzik up there. Yeah, so we're just having a little bit of technical difficulties. It's not really technical difficulty. It's just yeah, I forgot. Okay, Mr. J is voting. Let's give it a try for Sentius. Now I could also get I could get the other bots. I can't remember exactly who's in there. But yeah, I agree with Private Duncan. Skids is a great bot, and he's guaranteed. So, go for Roadbuster, says Cuddy Fox. Now, while we're waiting for that, let's go ahead and go over to the game. So we'll actually go take a look at this. So while we're still talking about all this, so we can actually go see what what's in the new crystal. So I can't remember. Okay, so Rotor Storm, he'd be okay. Roadbuster, I would like, because that would give me the 4-star Ruination, because he's the only one I don't have as a 4-star. The 5-star works. Scattershot, he's alright. Optimal Optimus was greatly improved, and he's really good now. Wouldn't mind having him. And then, of course, just Magnus is you guys know how he is. So, 2 really good bots. 1 that would help me finish a combiner, and then 2 okay bots. Or I could just go for the final bot in Legacy 12 and just finish off and get a guaranteed skids. So those are the options. Okay, looks like Discord is coming up now. So let me go over here and make sure I get myself set where I need to go. Getting there. All right, so let's go back where we were. Community corner, right? All right, so here we go. We're all set now. We are all set. Thank you for your patience. This is how live streams go. Okay, so we're starting off with Alien Frog, who's sharing his pictures of the Autobot commanders. We've got Armada Optimus, we've got Ultra Magnus, and Rodimus Prime, and Override. Is there anybody else hiding in there? No, but Starscream is up there. Looks like he's stalking them. Oh, and we've got Galvatron and Ultra Magnus doing some posing and then some fighting. Alien Frog also. This is a nice way to shamelessly promote. Got a hammer that I 3D printed and sell on Etsy now. You know, I don't think I put a link in the description, but you know, there's one in the last video. You could always ask me for it. And but yeah, so there is Impactor. He's got the hammer. They're pretty good. They were pretty popular at TFCon, and yeah, I'm glad you guys were able to get one. Hoist does look great there with the hammer there. And see, it's even holding off Gamer Edition Megatron. Well done, excellent. And he does say everyone should buy a hammer now. So thank you for helping promote. Okay, so Ironhide sharing a new selection of the Zap bots, his own creation, the Headmasters, including the individual and then the robot. Okay, so we're going to be here for a little while. So Alan is a human who's binary bonded with TriStar's body. So there we go. So yeah, so we've got the human there, pretty cool. And he looks, is he running away? He looks almost like a Seeker with Skydive's head, but now he's a Headmaster. Okay, interesting. Anthony, as the human transforms into Shortstop's head. Let's take a look here. So there is Anthony and Shortstop. And I'm not entirely sure what his alt mode is. Is he like a data cassette or something? You might say in the text. Yeah. So next one up we've got Bill, or Billy, and he's binary bonded with Crash. So he's got like the extra beefy suit. Oh, he's a shuttlecraft, he's saying, the other guy. And this guy, a nice classic car. The car mode and even the bot mode kind of reminds me of Big Daddy. But I think the head's a little different. Very cool. So we've got Doug and Transtector. So Doug is he looks to be the senior statesman of the group, and we've got a nice futuristic double cockpit car here, and yeah, pretty interesting. Kind of got getting GoBot vibes from that one. So, and then, okay, so now we've got David, and binary bonded with Windshield. So, very cool. And now we've got this guy who is a jet, but that alt mode, or maybe it's just the pose, looks an awful lot like Swoop. So, you know, pretty cool. Maybe it's just the shape of the wings, or I think it's the pose. But yeah, pretty cool. Dig it. Jason, codename The Piper, is binary bonded with Overcrowd. Oh, that's a heck of a suit. He said, yep, same pose as Swoop. And so here we go. We've got, kind of looks like the Datsun Bros, but his car looks more, doesn't quite look like a Datsun there, but he's definitely got the same Datsun Bros, like Bluestreak. That's the same kind of transformation. Yeah, the crazy thing, if you think about Transformers, they're robots in disguise, yet they've got such unique alt modes and stuff like that they stand out like a sore thumb, even if they were just cars running around. Really, the only one who's the car with the best disguise is like Jolt from the Bayverse, because he's just like a Chevy Volt, you know, that little sedan that anybody could be driving, except for the fact that he's it's one of the electric vehicles, and so it does still make it kind of unique. But at least he's not like one specific race car like Smokescreen or Wheeljack or anything like that. Okay, so he was a Honda Civic. You're saying these cars are cards that your friends actually add. Okay, well that makes sense. Well, that's what they say, write what you know, or draw what you know too. Okay, I forgot to get his name. This is Jeremy and Twirl. There you go. Oh, that's a pretty cool looking plane. Did your friend have that plane? Did you drive that to school too? I'm just kidding. Mikey and ATV. So there we go, Mikey, and here is ATV. Excellent. And you've got Matt Rogish, who goes by Rogish, and he's the binary bonded with Bash Mash. Pretty cool. Your designs of your suits and everything are really great. And there he is. He is a Chevy heading down to the levee. Oh, we're still going. I think it says it looks like this is the last one. Shane is binary bonded with Geo. So there we go. Looks like he's got blasters there, floating off the ground. And woo, boy, he's got kind of interesting alt mode. Very, very geometric there. Hence the name Geo. I get it now. Okay, yeah, very cool. So you're saying that Jeremy is a pilot. He doesn't have that particular plane. Okay, well, I didn't know that there was actually some truth to that. I was actually just joking, but yeah, it's cool. It's a very, very nice homage and way to kind of remember your friends and their vehicles. Alien Frog is very happy that he is filling out the Stunticons by getting Motor Master, which, even if you can't make Menasor, Motor Master is such a great figure on its own, but of course you go on and complete Motor Master. Along with Dead End and Drag Strip, that's 3 down, 2 to go. I wish you luck getting the other 2, because they are... Menasor is great, it's fantastic. Razorquake says, unable to be here today, but we remember you. I've been having some internet problems, so no car creations. But we do have some pictures of Starscream and Bumblebee, squaring off. We've got a Monkey Prime, and we've got a Lion Prime. We don't see Lion Prime too much, probably because he's not in the game, but we see Monkey Prime all the time. And then we have Primal and his son. Don't talk to them ever again. Robert C4 coming in with his Ross find. He found a DK2 Guard, which is that Diaclone colored black version of Ironhide. That's pretty cool. I've been to Ross a bunch of times. I haven't found him. I think I showed you guys I found the Headmasters. I did find recently a Hauler, and I found a little Core Class G2 Megatron. So I did pick up that little Megatron. Yeah, so let's go ahead and look at these in detail. So there is your... Now, that's not the Studio Series Ironhide, right? He's the one that's got the shield. Yeah, so there you go. He's the Earthrise Ironhide that originally came in the 2-pack with Prowl. Still really cool Ironhide. And there he is posing with Sideswipe and Night Prowler, who I do have. I've got Night Prowler. He hasn't been opened yet. He's just going to stay boxed up until I get some paint to... I might have the paint, but until I have some time to turn him into Armada Cheetor. Yeah, ever since they released that skin for Cheetor, which looks so cool. I mean, it's black with like red and purple. It looks sharp. A Shadow Panther would have been nicer because he's already black. The nice thing about Night Prowler, he has the proper Cheetor head instead of the mutant head, which Shadow Panther does. And Prime and Duncan found the Headmasters. Very cool. You know what? I didn't even realize that the Chrome Dome and Brainstorm, and I think there's some other Decepticons out there too that I didn't get. Because I found Hardhead, I found Weird Wolf, and Skullcruncher and Highbrow. So yeah, I think I wouldn't mind going out there and trying to see if I found the others. I believe they've been showing up at Ollie's too, and so I think I might need to make a trip over to Ollie's, see if they have any like that. And we also have Ultra Magnus with guns. Very cool. And Raph Core is coming in, the first combiner concept with Angry Birds Transformers. Let's see if you can guess who it is. This looks like Bumblebee and I want to say Strong Arm and Sideswipe, so like, it would be cool having Ultra Bee. And Bumblebee, strong arm, sideswipe, and legs are Grimlock. Okay, well I missed the Grimlock part. Yep, I think that's based on, they combined, did they ever combine in the show RID 2015? I know they made a toy of it. I don't remember if they combined in the show. I think they did actually. That was like probably near the end where I think the Stunticons showed up, and they somehow combined there. So yeah, I mean, that would be wild if they brought in the RID 2015 characters and then came up with all this. Oh goodness. Oh. Yeah, you guys are saying, yep, he was in the it was in the show. Yeah, okay. Well, that concludes our community corner. Thank you all for your submissions, and if you want to join in, head over to the Discord channel. Link is in the description, and we put up a stream submissions channel. You can go ahead and go post any of your collection photos, any Transformers related art that you want to you can come up with. Put it in there. We'll show it up on the stream. So yeah, cool. Thank you all. Next, and this is the time where we remind you to go check us out on YouTube. I know most of you guys watching are already here, but if somehow you're somewhere else, there it is, youtube.com/engineerhoist. In fact, your favorite social media, look for Engineer Hoist, because I am on Instagram, Facebook, and that place, the social media site formerly known as Twitter. I don't post much, but it's there. I do post every now and then, so like I said, infrequent behind-the-scenes content. So, and last but not least, we got to give a thanks to all of our channel members and our moderators for your support. It is greatly appreciated, and thank you. All right. And with that, you come over to my face. I don't know. Yeah, we can also look. Yeah, Bluestreak Wildrider again. There's your new bots. How about we go and crack some crystals before so all of you Earth Wars only folks can head on out of here before we get to the toy hall. All right, so what did we choose? What did we choose as far as 5-star crystal? Well, I think I'm going to go with Skids. I'm gonna go ahead and go with Skids. So it kind of takes away the whole mystery of it because we know who's there. But he's a good bot. He's worth getting. And I don't feel like collecting all of those crystals. All right, let's go crack some. I do have a couple of 4-star crystals. I got a bunch of premium crystals. I've got these G1 power cores as I've been working my way through the Cyber Pass. As usual, I'm behind in the Cyber Pass, so I'm going to have to find some way to catch up this weekend. So the screen froze for a second or two, pointing at myself. Well, it could have been worse. It's definitely frozen on some worse screens. I don't think I have a G-Metal Alpha Bravo, so I think that's actually going to be pretty good. And here's another couple of power cores. Where did I get the background for the toys? It's a background from X2 Toys that was out 3, 4, or 5 years ago, and I don't think it's available anywhere, except maybe you might find something on eBay. And let's see, these are the eerie, spooky, and ghastly or ghostly or whatever chests. So I think we can pull some chips, or maybe some shards, perhaps. I can't remember what was in them, but yeah, we definitely got more chips. And some combiner spark, that's useful. And we'll keep going with these. combat shards, combat spark, some more power core chips, and this last one gets us more 5-star shards, some spark, and some bot power core chips. Alright. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's crack these. Yay, food! Food! Mercenary Terrorist says, I finally started hoarding my crystals because the temptation of opening them, it's so hard not to. Waza has to be insane for him to have so many and never crack them. Yeah, hey, everybody plays the game different. There's always good stuff in crystals. But yeah, he's one of those people who goes and spends a lot of money on the crystals, and he's also in the well-performing alliances, so he doesn't really need to chase the bots because he's probably in the alliances that do complete these endurance events, so they don't even need to spend the money except for whatever they play in the event. They don't need to spend the money on crystals because they're earning the 3, the 4, and the 5 during the event, and sure, they didn't get the 2. They may not get the 2-star crystal, but those guys don't even care about the 2 stars. I don't particularly care so much about the 2 stars either, but I'm always happy to get them because hey, it's more bots to fill out the collection, right? Volatile mixture, nice. Thank you. G-metal chips. Oh, we've got a super chat from Denali Kid. Thank you. Hey, Hoist, great seeing you as always. Never forgot about you, brother. Being moderator for Call of Duty has kept me busy, but I still play Earth Wars. I'm stoked Bluestreak is here now. Now we need Nightbeat. Yeah, we are. We definitely do need Nightbeat. He's another one that's out there that we haven't seen yet. So yes, thank you for the super chat. I really do appreciate it. And yeah, good seeing you too. So, EMP defense bolt. Yeah, I don't know if I'll use that. It's good to have as an option though. And yes, the enhanced ordnance is always a nice one to have. In G metal. Let's go ahead and crack these. I'm like this close to getting another 4-star crystal, and in fact, I'm probably already there with these 5 3-star duplicates. So we'll be cracking 3 4-star crystals before we get to the 5. There we go. We're getting these done. I tell you, these skip sequences are making the streams a lot shorter because we just get through the cracking of them so fast. The times 10 and then now the skip sequence is on top of it. Yeah, we just get through these crystal crackings so good. And there we go. So all 3-star bots, but yes, like I said, we're gonna come back over here. And, okay, so I just heard that money sound, and I'm pretty sure that was the notification about the super chat, which we already talked about like 10 minutes ago. Notification service. Slacking. Alright, so Mercenary Terrorist saying, talking about Treebot, says is very happy about that G1 Nightbeat. He said it was like $115. Holy grail right there. Yeah, that's... Everybody's got a different grail, so yeah. Treebot was real cool to hang out with the TFCon. I mean, yeah, he's a really cool guy. So if you haven't checked it out, go check out Treebot on YouTube. He does Transformers Earth Wars reviews, and the videos he does, his production quality is excellent. Really enjoy his style of videos, so definitely go check out Treebot. Yeah, we got a Rhinox. All duplicates. We got a gold transmetal. Don't think I need it. Just picked up a G metal one. Okay, so here we go. We've got a 5-star crystal. Really? I primed you before, and you failed me. Thank you. Of course we will, because we know who's in there. Now, Treebot doesn't do Earth Wars that I'm aware of, but he does some great toy reviews. And he's a big fan of the Unicron trilogy and Bayverse and things like that. So you'll see a lot of those kinds of reviews on his channel. So if you're into that kind of thing, you'll definitely like his channel. But I mean, even if you're not so much into it, his videos are very entertaining. Alright, so there we go. So now that is number, what is that? 5, 10, 15 plus, no wait, no, that's 6. 1, 2, 3, 18 plus 5 is 23, 4, 5, 6, 7, 27. 5 stars. And yeah, so now we got another one to level up with skids. So there we go. But yeah, I'm kind of slacking on the cyber pass. So we go over here. See, I'm only at 1900. So I got a ways to go. It's been a busy month. Let's see. Did I say he does Earth Wars? Okay, well he does video reviews, toy reviews. You know what I meant. You know what I meant. Oh, yeah. So, unless we got any questions, we can, you know, that's pretty much done with the Earth Wars stuff. Let's talk about some toys, right? Hoist, what is your day job? It's the first word of the channel name. It's not just a clever name. That's actually my job title. Engineer. So let's go ahead and we'll move Bluestreak and Wildrider out of the way because trust me, we need the room. First up, let's see, what should I say? Oh yeah, this guy I've had. Okay, so I said this is an extension of the TFCon haul. Everything except this guy. This guy was out there. He's been on pre-order for a while, and he finally came in stock and was able to ship with these other ones that I picked up. And this is New Age Rhedosaurus, aka Legends Class Sludge. If you know anything about New Age, you know they're fantastic. He is the second of the Dinobots to be released, alongside Ymir, aka Grimlock. So here they are together. Excellent bots. Transformations, as you might expect from third party, it's pretty detailed, but not overly complex. It's easy to pull off, and they've got fantastic alt modes. They got great looking bot modes. I mean, I went with the kind of the toy deco, so we've got real nice shiny claws and the chest on Grimlock and the feet on Sludge, and just a real nice shine on all of the silver parts too. Not quite chrome, but shiny enough that you might think it was. Shiny enough that it passed for it. I mean, the gold is very gold chrome, but the silver not so much. But it's still it's really sharp. So yeah. So Sludge came in, and Grimlock's just his buddy. So they'll just hang out there for a little bit. Next up, this is the one that I really was after. He was actually an exclusive at the previous TFCon in Toronto, and they always have a little bit extra that you can sell online, that they sell online afterwards. I was not able to get it online afterwards, just because I was working at the time, so I wasn't there, and these things tend to sell out quickly. When I was picking up my exclusive from the TFCon I didn't go to, who is, by the way, this guy. This is the Fans Hobby Marksman. And yeah, I'm going to have to move these guys. And I heard you ask, are they going to do the Dinobots combine? No, they do not. So yeah, so while I was picking up this guy, they were sold by the same store, the Chosen Prime. I said, hey, do you guys got any of this other one from the last time? He said, no, not here, but I think we're getting one in. So it said, message me on the site, so I did. And sure enough, they had one in, and it was never opened, still in the plastic shield. I had to pay the late tax, which was tough, but so worth it. Yes, I got Stalker, they call him Huntsman, and I love the colors. You know me, I'm like the crazy color guy. And yes, so big too. I know he was Masterpiece scale, but I did not know he was going to be this big. Super happy with it, and it is based on their double dealer mold. And I never did get their double dealer because, to be honest, I did not like the compromises that they made on the double dealer, because when he's double dealer, the parts that become the wings kind of fold up to be the back of the missile launchers. So if it's going to be a good color for the wings, the back of the missile launcher is like purple, like the wings. But they also had a version where it was made a good missile launcher cover, but then the wings were blue. So neither one was like just right. So I ended up not getting it. But that's not what he's doing. He doesn't even have the bird mode. You can see remnants where the bird mode would be, like in his inside of his legs. You can see the tail feathers. But he's great. You know, so he works real good for this. So it's nice that I was able to get this in a different color to experience the mold, but didn't have to, accept the compromise that they did on their double dealer. So. And you're asking, is it a repaint of the Dreadwind? Yes. That's basically what they did. Fans Hobby did release, I don't know what the name of it is, but they did do a version of Dreadwind, and they changed a few parts. Like I think they changed his little shoulder bits. His guns are a little bit different, maybe a different head, but most of it's basically the same, and they gave him a different color. But they used their Dreadwind version, their Dreadwind mold. But see, here's the thing. I had some reward points, all right? I had some reward points which could help knock off a little bit of the late tax on this guy. But the way that we were doing it, I was working with the customer service. They were going to add it to my cart. They said, well, we could put it in stock and then you could order it and use your rewards then, but you could take the risk that somebody might purchase it before you. And but if we're doing it for you, then we can't do the rewards. So in my demented mind, I said, okay, well, you know what? I'm going to then just order something else and use my rewards points for that, and pretend that the rewards points were for this guy. Whatever. So anyway, I had like $100 of rewards points and 150 actually. So I wanted to go and find something that was roughly around that price, and I was already had this lady on my list as well for TFCon, but I stopped because I had already kind of reached my limit. And but so since this came up, we went ahead with the Masterpiece Nightbird Shadow because apparently Nightbird didn't work. So this is. I was not a fan of the Takara Masterpiece RC because the whole chest area didn't seem right to me. It was just off. And I already had the Ocular Max RC Azalea, I think they call it, and that works fine. Nightbird, however, works fine, and it's because the chest is a little bit too low on RC, but for Nightbird it works because she's got this cowl here. And honestly, I think that's why it's down that way. So they kind of designed it so that it could work with her particular head shape, and it just kind of ruined RC, honestly. Because I don't think they needed to do it that way, but to kind of set them up to be able to use it with Nightbird, they kind of sacrificed RC's looks. I think is honestly what probably happened there. So. Yeah, so we've got you know, picked up Huntsman, aka Stalker. We've got Masterpiece, Nightbird, official, not just a third party. We also got Rhedosaurus here, who was a pre-order, and one other one which I don't have open yet. I can show you the box, but it's just one of those brown Generation Selects box because she was $145, so I still had a few dollars left on the thing. I picked up the Generation Selects Transmutate. So we'll get her out of the box at some point and take a look at it. It's basically a remold of the Fossilizer, the Tyrannosaurus Rex skeleton mode, but it's Transmutate. It's got the nice colors. I've seen it before. It's got great colors. It's got a nice Transmutate head, and it's kind of weird and spindly or whatever, but that's what Transmutate is. So it's actually a good choice. So yeah, so I threw that on there to kind of fill it out, so I didn't leave any rewards hanging out there. But yeah, so that's the conclusion of my TFCon haul. We got Huntsman, we got Nightbird, and not pictured Transmutate. Might as well bring Grimlock in here too. Oh. Bluestreak, I'll come in here. So you can kind of see like the relative scales of these guys. Huge, huge, huge. And Wildrider. Work on my lighting. Get some light farther forward. Yep. So there we go. Yep. I don't really have any other figures to show off. I've got a whole stack. Got a whole stack of stuff that I haven't even had a chance to open yet. I've still got the Studio Series Ultra Magnus, who showed up before TFCon. I've just been so busy I haven't had a chance. Sitting on top of him, I've got Studio Series 86 Ratchet, got Studio Series Nightbird, I've got Earthspark Nightshade, the aforementioned Transmutate, and I have like the Death Pack of Ironhide and Prowl over here, which also came before TFCon, which I just haven't had a chance to open. I've got some stuff I picked up at Ross and Ollie's before TFCon. I've got Beast Wars Monkey Prime. I've got Beast Wars Purple Dragon or Purple T-Rex. But Beast Wars Barney, Beast Wars Scorponok, Shadow Strip, Tigatron. I've got a Scourge, but we know Scourge. He's just going to stay in box until I go to paint him. So I got a ton of stuff that is just, one of those times a year where things just get a little behind. Plus, I still got this whole stack of stuff behind me I still need to go through and put away for safekeeping until next time, or until I put them up on eBay. Yeah. What am I going to repaint Scourge into? I got to figure out how to do it, but he's going to be a hot rod. Yeah, ever since I saw that shoulder pads prime mold, I'm like, I want to do hot rod out of that truck. Because I got that idea right about the time, because he came out like during like 21, or at least he was announced. He was announced while we were at TFCon 2021, and that was the same one where I picked up that Energon Rodimus, who was basically that same kind of a truck. And I was like, ooh, once I got Laser Prime, Shoulder Pads Prime, I was like, this would be a good Energon Rodimus. Just a new head. And even he's got the shoulder pads, you can kind of turn them sideways almost and kind of get that same kind of look. And but I was like, but I don't want to pay full retail for it. Enter Ross and their clearance of Scourges. It was the same exact mold, just a different color. And so I picked one up, and we'll paint him at some point. Right, Super VH is saying the head's going to be the hardest part, but I do have a 3D printer. I do. And I'll look up. I did a quick search. There appears to be some 3D models of hot rod heads out there that I may or may not use. I didn't look deeply into it, but there are some options out there. And I do have a 3D printer. Resin is a better option for printing heads. I don't have a resin printer, but I did recently get a much finer point nozzle. So, which I've seen my buddy Larkin's Lair, who got me into 3D printing, him and Fire Talks. He's been printing some really detailed like heads and little G.I. Joe bodies and things like that using a .2 nozzle, so a small nozzle. So I did pick up one of those so that I can, when it is time to print those things with these small details, I'll be ready. Yeah. So I've also got ideas. I don't have the time to do anything about them right now, but I've got an idea for like an add-on for Trash Master. It'll be cool if I can ever finish my idea for that and get it modeled up and printed and stuff like that. I'll put that up and we'll be talking about it, and it'll go up on Etsy. But it's just a kind of an idea now. I did do a couple of crude sketches today. Basically like a weapon is what I'm thinking of. Probably, I'll probably have some additional versions of the hammer as well, because of something I'm not sure if I'm ready to reveal yet. We'll reveal it when it's time. But the hammer doesn't have to be record. It can have other designs on there, right? Yeah. So there may be some alternate hammers coming out with alternate designs. I think that's all the ideas I have so far. Give Optimus the hammer. Are you going to make the Magnus hammer? Oh, okay. So yes, actually, Magnus hammer is not what I'm thinking of, but it did. You know, Magnus made me think Sentius Magnus. You're talking Ultra Magnus, but it did make me think Sentius Magnus. And I want to try to get to the point where I'm doing the Earth Wars guns again. Now that I got it Etsy up, I've been saying I want to do that, and I just haven't. But I've got pictures. I just need to try to sit down and try to make them up. I know I keep saying all this stuff and not doing it, but and that may be what's going on here now too. But I don't know. But I'm going to try. I really want to. Some of them are going to be easier to do than others. You know, like some of those gunner weapons where it's like the 3 canisters or whatever. That might be a little tricky to do. Not sure. So I've definitely got a few other ideas that, but I've only done like that hammer, which is honestly pretty simple to do compared to some of the other things I have an idea. Sort of balance, yeah, that's on my list. I've got some good pictures of that, so that's something I want to do. But at the same time, if there's no Sentius Magnus or Malice to wield it, so who gets the sort of balance if not one of the Sentius twins? Maybe I need to just, I really need to practice using the programs, to be honest with you. It's just, I'm just a complete novice. I've done like maybe 2 things, one of which is the hammer. And I just kind of brute forced it that it, you know, I'm sure there are better ways I could have done it, but I mean, it got done. And I mean, you saw it works. It's solid. But yeah, if I had more practice, I could have, probably done it faster. Red Alert, thank you for being a channel member for 20 months. Ironhide asked, did Ultra Magnus have a hammer in animated? And Red Alert says yes. It was the first instance of him using a hammer. Now he has a. Now that's just his thing. He has a hammer. You know, they continued it with Transformers Prime. It wasn't his weapon specifically. It was one of the artifacts. It was like the Forge of Solus Prime. It had some magical abilities, and then it kind of got used up, and now it's just a hammer. And Optimus Prime's like, I don't need this piece of junk, and Magnus is like, yeah, I'll take it. And Combiner Wars Ultra Magnus had those, like, you know, you could put the rocket pieces on, you know, he could hold the barrel of his gun and put the rocket pieces on the side, and now he's got like a hammer. Yeah, so all thanks to animated. What does my wife collect? I am currently unmarried. I do have a girlfriend, and she collects Winnie the Pooh. So we make it pretty easy on each other. She knows that pretty much anything Transformers would be an ideal gift, and I know anything Winnie the Pooh. So it makes it pretty easy. Like I'm birthday and you know, gift when it comes gift giving time, makes it pretty easy for each other. Let's see. Any other plans? Yeah, the only other thing I really have to talk about, which I could go on and on about, is the thing I'm not ready to share yet. So, your family keeps buying you Star Wars stuff, even though I told them 1,000 times I want Transformers. Because I like Star Wars stuff too. So I mean, I like Star Wars too. So sometimes I get Star Wars stuff, and you know, that's always appreciated. Sometimes it's, you know, not okay, great, cool, Star Wars, but yeah, don't really need that type of thing, but cool, thank you, it's the thought that counts. You know, I always say thank you, because, you know, it's the thought that counts. William Edward Hackman says, favorite character in Winnie the Pooh is Eeyore. Yeah, he's a good one. I bet you and a lot of people out there know some trivia about Eeyore as well. Like Star Wars, but Transformers more. Oh yeah, definitely for me. Number one is Transformers. But I like Star Wars a lot too. I've got some Star Wars shirts. I've got, you know, some Star Wars. I've got a lot of too many Star Wars Lego sets, but. There's let's see. I like the Marvel movies. I love the MCU. Speaking of which, Loki's about to come on here in about 4 minutes. So need to go watch that. But I don't have a whole lot of Marvel merchandise. I did end up picking up some Marvel Lego sets, but I don't have like Marvel clothes, or I don't know why. For whatever reason, the merchandise I see from Marvel, it doesn't appeal to me. I love the movies, but the merch doesn't hit me. It doesn't. So, PB2 says about the fact about Eeyore. Oh, it's Peter Cullen. Yes. Yeah, so he's Peter Cullen, the famous voice of Optimus Prime, also voices Eeyore. One of the voices of Eeyore. He wasn't the original, way back in the day, but I think he's done it recently. So take it easy, Ironhide. Appreciate you. Thanks for being here. Do I like Pokemon? That was after my time. I was already pretending to be an adult and letting go of any kind of that, childhood and video games and stuff like that by the time Pokemon came out. And I never got into it. So I'm aware of it, and I know it's hugely popular, and I will not say anything bad about it. I just never got into it. I mean, everybody knows Pikachu, but you don't have to know Pokemon to know Pikachu. Just like nobody. You may have never picked up a Nintendo controller in your life, but I guarantee you know who Mario is. So, Oktar just got here. Okay, everybody, let's back up. Let's start over again. Ba weep grana weep ninny bong. Just kidding. So what kept you? William Edward Hackman asking, do I like Digimon and Dragon Ball Z? I don't even know. Same situation with Pokemon. Kind of came after my time. I'm aware of it, but never got into it. You're asking, has she been able to see the Blood and Honey movie yet? I'm not sure if she even knows about it, and I am not going to tell her about it, because she would not like it at all. Whether it was Winnie the Pooh or anything, she's just not into that type of movie. But particularly because it's Winnie the Pooh related. I haven't seen it myself, and I don't intend to, but I'm aware of its existence. Trust me, it's bad, but that's one of the reasons why I wasn't going to go see it. Life getting in the way kept you. I know the feeling. One of the things you missed was me complaining about the stack of bots I got over here that are unopened. I did show off a recent haul. Got Huntsman, I got Nightbird, and I got Sludge, who was on pre-order, and I got a Transmutate, who is on that stack. Plus talking about all the 3D printing designs that I want to do that I can't seem to get to, and I still got my all the TFCon stuff that I gotta still go through and put away. Oh, trust me, I know about life getting in the way. Oh yeah. PBQ's on the way out. If you're still here, thank you. And if you're already gone, well, sorry, sorry I missed it. Pokebot 360 is a fan of Pokemon. I had a feeling. You might be. Edward Hackman, do you like Toy Story and Cars? So now we're getting into something I am familiar with. I love Toy Story. I have quite a bit of Buzz Lightyear memorabilia. Buzz Lightyear, I was a big fan of. There was a time where I didn't collect Transformers. It was kind of the dark ages, right around the time of Unicron trilogy and stuff like that. The first Bay film is what brought me back into it. So yeah, during that time, I think my collecting habits started with Buzz Lightyear stuff, and Toy Story 2 has got to be the best. I mean, the first one is it started it all. 3 and 4 are great too, but my favorite is by far Toy Story 2. Cars is really good too. I think I saw Cars 2 once. I don't think I've seen any of the other ones, but the first one's really good. Ka-chow! Thinking you should try to 3D the Cynthia sword. Yeah, somebody brought that up before. I think it was PBQ, and I've definitely got images of that. That's on my list of things I want to do. But who would hold the sword? Who would wield it? If there's no Sentius brother around, who would wield the sword? People must go, what do you do in your free time? Me, I collect plastic, metal, and sometimes die-cast toys that transform. Them, I watch TikTok. Hey, to each their own. If they like watching TikTok, then great. Yeah. A bot worthy of it. Okay, well see now that's interesting. So, what bot would be worthy of it? So maybe that's something that might be a storyline for somebody. Who should be the wielder of the sword of balance? I do not collect Pokemon cards. Like I said, man, I never got into Pokemon, so I don't have any cards. I did get into that Transformers trading card game when it first came out. I picked up a few sets of that. It looked cool. But I was like, okay, what am I really going to do? I'm never going to play this game with anybody. I don't have time to learn this game. So I actually sold all of the cards that I had at TFCon. So. Guess who made it to the stream tonight? Oh, we got another late one. We showed off your hammer. You know, appreciate you sharing that your purchase. It gave me an opportunity to plug my Etsy shop. By the way, if you're not aware, I have an Etsy store. Go. No, there's no link in the description, so don't go down there. There's other stuff down there. There's no Etsy link there. There's one on the last video, I think. There's a link up on my Facebook page. There's a link up on my Instagram. So if you go do that and purchase something, it saves me a little bit if you purchase it through a link that I shared. Otherwise, you can always just go to Etsy, search Engineer Hoist, and you'll find the one thing I have for sale. You're either going to see this guy, which is the listing for the hammer, or you're going to see this guy, which is currently the profile picture for my shop. Give Thanos the sword of balance. Isn't that the whole point? To balance the universe? That's actually a good idea, but I do not have a Thanos. You know what? I do have a Thanos Lego minifigure. He's actually a big, so he's not really a minifigure. But I do have a Thanos Lego minifig. Don't think he would wield a Transformer-sized sword of balance, though. I don't know, he might. You're saying Oktar is worthy? Well, he may think he's worthy. He always thinks he's worthy. But is he ever really? Fun thing about a collection, found out my mom still had a box of some of my mask toys. Of all the stuff she kept. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Mask was pretty cool. I had some mask stuff. I never had anything cool. I really wanted Rhino, you know, that truck. One of my friends had it, and I thought it was really cool. I want to say I had the little green motorcycle that turned into a helicopter. I may have had like the car, you know, with the going, you know, the doors, you know, thunder or something. I don't remember. But yeah, it's basically the logo for Mask. I may have had that. I know I had the little green motorcycle. I didn't have a lot of Mask stuff. Mercenary Terror, wasn't Oktar the original name for Starscream? It was. That's why he's up here. That's why he chose his name and is saying that he is worthy, and I joked that, yeah, he certainly thinks he's worthy. So, yeah, you know, going back to, you know, finding out that your mom still had a box of your mask toys, that's basically the reason why I still have some of my stuff from my G1 Transformers, is they still, you know, those are the things that happen to make their way into a Tupperware box that they kept in an attic or a closet or something. So things like Computron and Ultra Magnus, Hot Rod, Double Dealer, missing one of his Power Masters. Let's see, Sandstorm, Astro Train, Inferno, Brainstorm, I think. Hosehead. He's missing some parts, I think. I had quite a bit. Skullcruncher's tail. Just the tail. So there's definitely some things that were, you know, quite a bit made it through. There's other stuff that's missing. Oh, Scorponok. I still got Scorponok. In fact, I have almost all of his parts. It turns out one of his ramps is missing. But I know I had a Metroplex. I've since purchased one. But my original one didn't survive. I know I had a Hoist. I've since purchased two. I think I got an Encore Hoist, you know, with the box and everything and all the parts. And I did end up picking up a G1 Hoist on eBay. This was like one of the first things I got on eBay. I didn't read the description and realized that, oh, it's just he doesn't have all of its parts. It's like, oh, okay. So I need to read those better. So I ended up picking the Encore up. So I do have an original G1, and then I've got an Encore. I picked that, and I've got a lot of the, you know, the Walmart reissues. I got the Soundwave, I got the Optimus Prime, I got a Bumblebee, I got a Blaster, I got the Devastator set, I got the tapes for Soundwave, Starscream. I did get that's another one that I haven't opened, that Transformers movie deco of Starscream. Of course, I got that version of Hot Rod as well, and I did pick, you know, we saw I picked up a couple of G1 Hot Rods and Rodimus Prime at TF Con. So my collection of G1 figures or reissues or something like that, it's growing over the years, but I've still got a few from back in the day. Jazz, that's another one that I kept. He is in terrible shape. He's missing parts. His you know, the top part of his car, you know, it kind of connects to his head or whatever. Snapped. It's broken. He was a Cookie Crisp Jazz. If you've ever heard of the Cookie Crisp Jazz, that's the one I have. You know, the deal was you eat a certain number, cut off the UPC codes of a certain number of Cookie Crisp boxes, throw that in an envelope with a check for $6.95 or whatever it was, and they'll send you a Jazz Transformer. So I ate the Cookie Crisp. I cut the boxes. My parents, you know, gave me the check, I think, as part of allowance or something. I don't know how it all went down. But anyway, I ended up getting it was just a plain brown box with Jazz in there. So, yeah, still got him. Cookie Crisp Jazz. I think the only difference is they put like an extra sticker over his door to hide something. But there's some weird thing that they did to make it different. But that's the one. Alright. Pokebot says I made a combiner out of Lego. Well, that's cool. I made a combiner out of Creo because they gave me instructions for it in that set that I bought. It's basically the same thing. The building blocks, they work together. I've got a lot of Creo still around. But I also like Lego a lot, so Creo, even though I may not be building it or whatever, you know, part of me is like, well, you can work with your Lego collection. It's like, all my Legos sets are basic, you know, they're disassembled and put away, or a lot of them still just in the boxes, because again, no space. I need to quit saying. I just need to quit complaining about it and do something about it. I tried with TFCon, but I went too far and ended up buying more stuff just to fill the hole. I think I'm worse off than when I started. Yeah, we'll get there. Alien Frog says one of my grails is Legacy Menasor because Menasor is my favorite combiner. I also have no combiners, but soon I'll have a complete Menasor. Yes. Yeah, we saw your picture where you got yourself a Motor Master. You're still looking for Wildrider and Breakdown. Yeah, Devastation was really cool. That was a cool game, and Menasor was like the only combiner in there, so... Wasn't he? No, Devastator was in there. But Menasor was good in it. I still think it was funny that, the most effective way that I found to take down Devastator was just to be, just smack him with the backside of my truck. Just go do that little spin move, and as Optimus did, or even Bumblebee, just do that little spin move and kind of hit him in the toe. And you do that enough, eventually he dies from toe injuries. Video games, love it. Oh, so you got yourself a line on Wildrider and Breakdown. You get a friend, cool. Good deal. Last Cyan says, I was able to come up with 3 of every piece of Menasor, but still cannot come across a Motor Master to save my life. Probably going to have to go to Big Bad Toy Store. Yeah, Motor Master's a tough one. He's out there. It's just a matter of finding him. Yeah, I was planning on passing on the G2 Stunticons. That's why I never got Shadow Strip originally. I had seen him before. I was like, nah, I don't need to go in on the G2 Stunticons. But this is kind of before I started going G2 crazy for a while. I think it started with the Velocitron stuff. But I do have the G2 Menasor. I've got the Combiner Wars version. Another reason why I was thinking maybe I don't need to do the G2. But Legacy is so much better. And so I was like, maybe I will. So since I found them out of Ross, I was like, yeah, might as well go ahead. But now, Dead End's out. Because my thought was, don't go for the G2 in these sets. Because if they've done Drag Strip and they're doing a Dead End, they will probably do a Breakdown and who will probably look amazing, because G2 Breakdown is amazing. They'll probably do a Wildrider, who's like bright lemon yellow, another one of them. And then Motor Master, deep purple Motor Master will look awesome. And my hope is they did a gift set for Menasor with the Stunticons for the original one that we got in Legacy. My thought was, well, I don't want to chase them. I mean, if they end up in my lap at Ross or something like that, sure, I'll pick them up. But I don't want to chase them down if they're going to be rare and stuff like that. But if they do a G2 gift set, Amazon has Motor Master for about $100. That's actually not bad. I mean, his original price was like $85 or $90. That's not that much of a markup. Yeah, if you're talking US dollars, if you're talking some other type of dollars, then that may be an even better price. Mercenary Terror says, IDW comics made me love Misfire a lot, so a G1 Misfire is on my bucket list. Yeah, Misfire. I liked Misfire in the IDW. On the Scavengers. I don't think I'll be chasing down his G1 bot, but I do like his Titan's Return bot. That whole set of those bots started with Trigger Happy, then you got Misfire and Slug Slinger. They're all very similar bots, very similar transformations. They're all good. They're all really good. Well, folks, I think it's about time to head on out of here. Got go catch up on Loki, and maybe do some of this other work before I have to head off to bed and back over to work tomorrow. And then everything all just starts again or whatever. But anyway, it's been a great time. I do appreciate everybody coming. And if you've been watching the replay even and you made it this far, thank you to you too. I'm Engineer Hoist. Keep rolling, my friends, and we'll see you next time.